I just got back home. I'm so beat. My boss held me up complaining about how his wife was cheating. It was frustrating. Are you still at work, Daniel? Is it busy as usual?
Yeah, it might take a little more time than I thought. We got a bunch of new hires to train. What a pain. Go ahead and eat dinner without me. I'll be late.
Got it. Miss you, though. You seem really busy nowadays, you know? You've been coming home late very often, too. The last time we had dinner together was about a week ago, and it wasn't even at home. I spent hours cooking dinner for you, too.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess? You're not even sorry?
I am sorry, making you do all the chores and stuff. It must have been hard on you. It's because of work. There's just no time. Since we are both working and making money, I should also do my share of house chores. I'll make time. I promise.
Well, work is work, so don't worry so much about it. More than that, we haven't gone on a date in months. I'm not even asking for much, Daniel. I just want to spend time together. I guess I kinda miss the times we used to go on dates often.
Sorry. I don't even have any days off because of how tough work has been lately. You already know how it is. I wish I could be there more for you. Please understand, babe.
Whatever. I'll let it go. Speaking of, it's almost the end of the year. You gonna be alright? You might get even busier. Won't that be too much for you? I guess I'm gonna be alone more often then.
I guess that's true. Can't help it if I get too busy, though.
What? You were serious? Are you saying you're gonna get busier? You better be joking, Daniel. We're still newlywed. How could you just put all your time in work? I made so many plans for us after getting married.
It's already been a year since we got married, so we aren't really newlywed. You're overthinking again.
I mean, others still consider us as newlywed, so why can't I? Let's stop talking about this. It'll just frustrate me more. Oh, by the way, you know that delivery we recently got? It was apples. Guess who sent them?
Apples? Why would anyone send that?
It's from your friend Rachel, you goof. She said it's from her family's apple tree, so she was like, you better eat them. I noticed other packages from her too, but I ended up opening this one because it was the heaviest.
Oh, Rachel? How could I forget? She's literally got an apple orchard at her place. Ah, those were good times.
Make sure to thank her then. You guys have known each other forever. Apples are also such a lifesaver. They're good for your health and keep you in shape as well. We should have gotten an apple orchard ourselves. Super versatile for cooking, too. Rachel is busy with work around her orchard, but she came all the way here just to deliver them. Isn't she the sweetest? I wish I had a childhood friend like her.
You sure about that? I think she was just trying to get rid of the apples. Could have gotten us something better. If there's any other mail for me, make sure not to open them, though. Also, Rachel is just a housewife now, so she isn't doing much. Must be boring.
Yeah, I got it. I won't touch your mail, don't worry. And don't say things like that. How could you be so rude? She's too good of a friend for you. I wish I was friends with her. I lost contact with all my girls after getting married to you. You're my only friend now.
Nah, she's not that good of a friend. Trust me on this. You're the only one for me, babe.
But like she's pretty and smart? How could she have it all? I heard all the boys had a crush on her from your friend Matthew at the wedding. Did you also like her, Daniel?
No way in hell. She's not even my type. She's brunette, and I prefer blondes.
Up until a year ago, wasn't she working abroad with her husband? I heard they were in Germany for like 2 years or something. Her German is also fluent. I'm so jealous. It took me years to even get to a basic level.
Since when did you learn German? I never heard about this. She's just average. Don't worry. You're just as attractive and smart. But wasn't that back when you were a kid? We just ran around in circles around the mountain roads in the countryside.
You're killing me. Kids will always find a way to have fun no matter what. Weren't you so happy to reconnect with her? It must have been nice to talk about the good old days once, now that you were both adults. I won't get jealous, so you don't have to be so defensive.
No, I'm serious. I never saw her that way. I mean, more so than being happy. I'm just surprised that she moved so close to us. What are the chances, huh? If she went back to the countryside, I'd understand that more. Horrible place to be, though. We're both married, but to think that we would be neighbors again. Never would have imagined.
Isn't that what fate is? I guess the two of you are also connected through fate somehow. Speaking of the countryside, have you made plans for Christmas yet? Last year was difficult because of the move, so we should definitely go this year, right?
You mean visiting my parents?
Yeah. What else do you think I meant? I mean, my parents' house is close by, so there's no point in going there for Christmas. I'm okay with going to your parents' house, Hubs.
Yeah, I don't know about visiting them.
You don't feel like going back this year either?
Nah, I'm thinking of just going back by myself. Don't want to bother ya.
Why would you do that? It's not a bother at all. You're saying you want to spend it apart this year too? I'm getting kind of tired of that.
But there's like nothing in my hometown. You wouldn't understand since you're from the city. Even if you were to come, you'd just be bored. Trust me. And you'd be nervous and tense at your in-laws too. I felt the same at yours.
I mean, I might end up that way. You got a good point, Daniel. But how could I not go? They're my in-laws. My mom was ranting to me about how I wasn't being obedient and whatnot by not visiting your parents more often.
I mean, I get where your mom is coming from, but there's no point in visiting. We're both making money, so we should just take the chance to relax during the break. How's that sound? Didn't you want to visit that museum that just opened in our neighborhood? You should take this opportunity to go check it out.
I'm really not on board with not going to visit your parents. That's so rude to just not show up.
I'll just say you were sick or something. I'd only be gone for half a day or so. I don't want to force you to feel like you have to go. And if we go back to my parents' place, we'll be stuck there for so long. We might even end up sleeping over. You sure you want that?
Oh yeah. I got too much work due, so I can't risk having a sleepover. But I haven't even seen your mother since we got married. And I don't think that your mother really likes me either. Last time we video called and I said hi to her, she just sighed and kept her answers short.
Huh? Really? I didn't know my mom called you. She's usually like that, though. My mom has always been kinda unapproachable, even with my friends. Even Rachel.
Oh, come on. Even I know that's not true. At our own wedding, your mom told me that she never would have thought you'd end up marrying a girl like me. You know how bad I felt? And she was like, if only you chose a girl like Rachel. I secretly cried in the bathroom that day. You don't remember her saying that? I was a mess after she said that.
I don't remember at all. You sure I was also there?
Of course you were there! It was our wedding day! But you may have been mingling with friends or something. Actually, it's been bothering me for a long time. She always compared me to Rachel, and she even forgot my name and called me Natalie at one point. So I thought that I should meet with her and get along a little more.
You don't have to be so worried. My mom is just like that. You're a lawyer. Not being able to travel around is normal for this time of year. My mom would also understand, babe. She only likes Rachel more because the two of them spent so much time together during our childhood. My mom was also there when I planned fake weddings with Rachel and stuff. Don't mind her.
That's why I thought I should go for sure this year. You know? Try and get on her good side this time. But if I'm told that it's a nuisance, then I can't go for sure. Ugh, sucks. I really hate how she dotes on Rachel so much, Daniel.
I'm sure my mom probably forgot about what she said by now. And I mean, Natasha, you're my wife, not hers. Even if my mom doesn't approve of you. It doesn't really matter. As long as you got me.
But I want to get to know her better as much as I could.
Natasha, you're too serious. Chill a little. All right, I got it. You know what? I'll try my best to see what their plans are for Christmas, and maybe we can go there. How does that sound?
Yes, please, I beg you. You're the best, Hubs. And if she ends up liking me, let's all go out together, okay? I know you're busy, so I won't take too much of your time. See you when you get back. Love you.
Love you too, babe. See you later.
Daniel, how's your work trip going? Are you in Hawaii? Did you already arrive at the hotel? I haven't heard from you for a while. How could you ignore me for hours?
The plane was delayed, babe. I didn't have any service. I just got to the hotel. I'm so tired and sore from the flight. I was just thinking to take it easy and take a nice warm bath. Sorry for not replying sooner, babe. I miss ya.
I miss you too. I wish I could have gone with you, but the stupid meeting came up. I feel so bad they told you last minute you had to go. Make sure to get some rest, okay? And take me with you next time.
Right. They're using me to the bone. I thought I could finally catch a break this weekend, too. Guess not.
You want to call? I want to see what your hotel looks like. It's not that late, so it should be good, right?
Sorry, babe. My phone is, running out of battery.
Is charging your phone that hard? Fine. Don't call me then.
Huh? Natasha, are you feeling down or something? You sound kinda dry.
Well, you won't call me and it's been hours, so of course I'm upset. But I did get a call from your dad.
What? My dad? What did he say?
I knew this would happen. It was your dad's birthday. How could you miss that, Daniel? You're such a bad son. I sent him a present. I even sent you a message about the present. It was a wallet. And he called me to thank me for that.
Oh, you're talking about that. Yeah, I know. My dad told me he liked it.
What did you think I was talking about?
I mean, there is not much of a reason for you to contact my dad. So I just got a little surprised. Sorry, babe.
To be honest, I was also surprised. It was the first time I got a call from him, too.
Right? Sorry that you got upset.
But I was happy that he called me. I think it was the first time I had a genuine conversation with him since our wedding day. There hasn't been much of an opportunity to meet him lately, so I felt so bad the whole time.
I knew it. You want to go back together to my parents, right? Do you really want to go that badly?
Well, wasn't that obvious?
Sorry, but I forgot to mention I actually asked my mom about it. My mom said that she wants to spend it just as a family. I really tried to ask her this time. I swear.
That means that she doesn't consider me as family, right? I knew that she didn't like me from the start.
No, that's not it. Like, if we meet many times from now, I'm sure she will eventually come around soon. Just be patient, babe.
But your dad told me that it was all right to join. Are one of you lying then?
My dad can't read the room, so don't mind what he says. He just says whatever whenever he wants. My mom's opinion matters the most.
Yeah, got it. Mama's boy.
I'm not a mama's boy. Anyway, is everything okay over there? Nothing happening?
Yeah, just the usual. Going back and forth from home and work. You already know.
Got it. Work hard, Natasha. I'll eat dinner in a bit, so I gotta get going. TTYL.
Natasha. Oh, hello, Janet. It's definitely been a while. Have you been doing well? You're as carefree as ever, aren't you? How could you act like that in a time like this? I'm sorry? What the hell are you doing now? Where are you? I'm at the office because of work. What's wrong? God, I'm so tired of you. You're seriously such a horrible person. How could you not even attend my husband's funeral? I'm even thinking of getting you divorced with my son. That might be for the best. What? Daryl passed away? I didn't hear anything from Daniel. Stop telling lies. My son said that he made sure to tell you. Even if you haven't met that much, how could a wife possibly not attend her own father-in-law's funeral? Daryl can't even rest in peace at this matter. But, Janet, I don't quite understand what you're talking about because, I'm with Daryl right now. What? I thought you were at work. Why would my husband be at your job? You're obviously not in a proper state of mind. Are you on drugs? I bet you are. Classless woman. No, I'm definitely telling the truth. If anyone's not in the right state of mind, it's you. So please, tell me again, how could Daryl have passed away if I'm with him right now?
You disrespectful brat! I already told you! I told you that he died!
Oh? Well, let me inform Daryl of his own death in that case. I'll show him your message.
Excuse me? Is he really with you right now?
He sure is.
You're lying. You're taking me for an idiot, aren't you? Why would he be there? You two have barely ever said 2 words to each other.
First of all, let's cut the act. Daryl told me about what you had planned with my husband. I'm not stupid. How could you even come up with something so outrageous?
What we had planned? I have no idea what you're talking about.
There is no point in acting innocent now. Everything has been exposed. Oh, it seems that Daryl is calling you right now, Janet. Your phone is ringing, right? Oh, Janet, why won't you answer his call? Hurry up and pick up the phone. Fine. Run away, you coward. This won't be the last time you hear from me. I'm preparing the divorce papers and alimony now. Can't you come back home faster? I want to get this over with. Your dad is also waiting.
Natasha, sorry.
Why the hell are you saying sorry? That means nothing to me.
For a lot of things. Everything.
For cheating on me with Rachel, huh? Or for trying to break up with me so you could get married to Rachel? How about asking your mother for help so you could get divorced with me?
For everything, of course. I wasn't sure how to go about bringing up a divorce with you. And when I talked about it with my mom, she said she would support me in marrying Rachel instead. I was told that she'd help me. My mom was also looking forward to it.
You are the most cowardly, weak little mama's boy I've ever met. You 2 idiots also tried to get me to believe your dad passed away. Boy, did that blow up in your face, huh? What the hell is going on in your heads?
I just didn't want to hurt you, Natasha.
Don't act so righteous. If you didn't want to hurt me, why would you have cheated on me in the first place? If I hadn't heard from your father a month ago that the 2 of you were up to something strange, I would have just divorced you for no reason at all. I'm glad this happened.
You already knew about us from way back then. Why didn't you say anything?
When your father called me back to thank me for the present, he let me know then. Your mother called you to talk about such useless things. All those long phone calls. I should have known. At first, I couldn't believe him. I didn't want to believe that you were cheating, Daniel. So I paid someone to have you followed, and that's when I found out the truth. It was so horrible. When I finally realized that you were actually cheating, I couldn't even process it.
I'm sorry. If I knew that it would turn out like this, I should have just told you from the start.
And to think that you were cheating with Rachel. You remember how much I talked about her? You couldn't even mention once? You guys started cheating as soon as you met each other again, right? I should have known then. The 2 of you plotted this together the whole time to fool me. Even your work trip was an excuse to go on a trip together, right? Right? Since Rachel's husband is also away on work trips abroad, you would often go over to her place too, you scumbag.
Yes, I'm wrong for everything. I should have just told you sooner. Since I saw how happy you were since getting married, I dragged on telling you the news.
In that case, we divorced right away and you pay the alimony. What the hell were you waiting around for? I want to get rid of any relationship with you right this moment.
I know. I'm on the way home now. I'll make sure to take full responsibility. After this is all said and done, I can finally be with Rachel anyways.
Even at a time like this, you have the audacity to mention Rachel to me? You'll never change.
I really liked you, Natasha. I really did. So I thought I should let you know that just in case...
Just in case what? In case Rachel dumps you and you want to try and weasel your way back to me? After breaking up, I have no interest in what you do whatsoever. We are over, Daniel. Move on.
What are you talking about? Why would I want to get back together with you? I'm getting married with Rachel.
I told Rachel's husband everything about you two.
So what? That doesn't change anything. From now on, the one by my side is going to be Rachel.
Oh? I'm guessing you haven't talked to her then. Apparently after he confronted her, she begged him for forgiveness. She said she was sorry and would do anything to not get divorced.
What? He told you that?
Sure did. So it seems that she doesn't even want to get married to you.
There's no way. Rachel told me that if the two of us got married, that every day would be fun. We even made plans for our honeymoon.
Is that right? Have you been able to get in touch with her today by any chance?
No, I couldn't. But what does that even matter? It's only the morning. It hasn't even been a day yet. Rachel is probably busy with the divorce too.
Strange. I heard from Rachel's husband yesterday, though, about how she's clinging on to him, not wanting to divorce. She swore never to contact you again, too.
Are you doing this out of spite because we are getting divorced? There's no point in telling me such a lie. No matter what happens, I'll end up together with Rachel. So me and you are over, Natasha.
If that's the case, then get in touch with Rachel right now.
Rachel's Insta disappeared. It was there yesterday, though. What on earth? Did you do something?
I didn't do anything at all. Maybe Rachel deleted her Insta account. Maybe she wanted to have nothing to do with you at all.
Nah, that's a lie. Rachel would never betray me like that. She's not that kind of girl.
That sucks. You seemed so serious, but Rachel didn't feel the same way about you. So hurry up and get back here. As soon as you sign, we can get divorced right away.
Wait a sec. I said I was sorry. This has all been so painful for me.
It's worse for me! What are you saying?
You already knew about my affair from a month ago. I only just found out that Rachel doesn't want to get remarried to me. I need to get my feelings sorted out. Why can't you just understand me?
Why would I try to understand the feelings of a guy like you? The one being hurt is me! Get it together!
Sorry, Natasha. I've got the perfect solution to this. Why don't we reconsider our divorce?
What?
Never mind. My head is just all over the place right now. Now I regret having any sort of relationship with Rachel.
Amazing! Up until now, you were so excited about getting remarried. Just because you got dumped by Rachel, you're trying to cling to me now? How long are you going to treat me like an idiot?
That's not it. I really liked you too, Natasha. That's why I couldn't tell you about the divorce and asked my mom for help instead. You were also surprised when you heard about my affair, right? So I guess we can't reconsider trying again.
Surprised is a very vanilla way of putting it. And on top of that, I can never forget how you asked your mother to help you in dumping me. So please live as you please from now on.
Natasha, I'm so sorry. I'll only treasure you from now on, Natasha.
I can't believe a single thing you say. Not letting me go to your parents' house was also because you wanted to get divorced, right? I can never be with the guy who came up with such an idea. No matter what happens, I'll be together with Rachel. The one who said such a thing was you. The one by your side will never be me again. After that, my ex-husband returned back home while crying and screaming that he didn't want to get divorced. Thanks to Daryl being there, he was able to force his son into signing the divorce papers and alimony settlement. My ex-husband made a huge fuss over signing the papers, and now it's finally over. Daryl was also tired of his son and wife's idiotic behavior. He told me how disappointed he was and he apologized on their behalf. I wasn't the only one getting divorced. In the end, Daryl divorced Janet too. He looked much happier after finalizing the divorce. Since my ex-mother-in-law had nowhere to go, she freeloaded at my ex-husband's place. However, since they kept blaming each other for the divorce, they lived together while constantly quarreling. Funny to think that up until a little while ago, they were so friendly. At the end of the day, they both were people who could only think about themselves. And as for Rachel, she was able to rekindle things with her husband. But not everyone has a fairy tale ending. Her husband couldn't easily forgive her, so he treats her as if she doesn't exist even though they didn't end up getting divorced. I moved as soon as I got divorced and I'm spending my days nice and easy. After learning about my ex-husband's affair, those days were only hellish for me. During those times, I could never have been more thankful to Daryl who supported me. Although I'm no longer his daughter-in-law, I still contact him from time to time. I want to treat this relationship in a special way until the end. And I also want to forget about my ex-husband and his mother as fast as I could. So, I will make fun memories from here on to replace those bad ones. Hey, Ben. Thanks for earlier. I can't believe we randomly met. I was so surprised. I thought I noticed a familiar face when I was taking orders.
I was pretty surprised too. Don't you think you were a bit too keen to ask for my number?
But if we just left it as it was, we might have never met again.
You were at work, though. Doesn't your boss get angry if you're chatting to customers like that?
It's fine. The manager wasn't there anyway. I've been there for the longest time out of all the part-timers, so no one would say anything to me.
Oh, it's part-time?
Yeah. It's hard to get a full-time job these days. I was a full-timer at a chain restaurant before, but I gave that up.
That was before you left me and Rebecca to go and run off with that other guy. That was 13 years ago now. I really didn't think I'd end up seeing you again.
That was just because I was young and dumb. I broke up with that guy pretty soon after that. It was a waste of space. So now I'm living alone.
What? After running away with him, you broke up?
We just didn't have the same values. It was a shame. I thought that it was fate that we met and fell in love. But then again, people can change so fast.
So in the end, you just got a bit caught up in the excitement of it all? It was completely pointless. Why did you throw me out like a piece of trash?
Am I getting the sense that you'd like me to come home? You're all alone by yourself, right? You can't get me out of your head, can you?
This isn't a joke. The only reason I can't forget about you is because I'm scarred by all the pain you caused. That's it. I don't think I'll be more hurt by anyone in my whole life. There's not a single part of me, not even a tiny part, that wants you to come home.
I could say the same to you. I'd never take back a guy as dull as you. Not even if you begged me on your knees. Your face is also kind of ugly. You really are a weathered businessman now.
Why did you want to get in touch with me then?
Because I wanted to say something to you, silly. Let me have my daughter back. Come on.
What are you asking me exactly? I'm not sure I understand.
I'm saying that I want Rebecca back. I couldn't forget about her at all since we broke up. 13 years! It's been too long. I love her to bits.
You love her to bits, do you? Look who's talking. The woman who was so ready to leave her daughter to run off with her lover.
That was a painful decision for me to make. Don't be a meanie right now. I couldn't do anything. He hated children. I really, really wanted to take her with me.
You say that a lot. You haven't changed since 13 years ago, though. Actually, no. You definitely have changed. You've become even worse of a person in that time.
Rebecca is in high school now, right? She's a fully grown woman now. It's best if she's with her mother. She needs to be taught things that you can't teach her.
Don't give me all this trash. You aren't a fit mother for her.
Wouldn't you be more relaxed if she's spending time with a parent of her own sex? I feel sorry for her, having to go through all these bodily changes and stuff with just her dad.
It's a lot better than her being with you. How can you be making arguments to have her back at your own convenience when you're the one who left her?
Rebecca is going to a school for bright kids, right? But I heard that she does most of the housework. Didn't you say that when we met at the restaurant? If she's so bright, she should be studying. I want to take care of the house and let her focus.
Is that right? There is definitely something fishy going on here. You've got something up your sleeve, haven't you?
That's the honest reason why I want to come home. Why don't you believe me? I just want to live with my daughter again. I swear my intentions are pure. I just want her back. I went through all that pain to bring her into this world. I want to see her again.
When we met again the other day, you didn't seem interested in hearing about her. Well, whatever. It's okay.
Really? You'll let me?
While we've been messaging, I've been talking to Rebecca. I asked her what she thought about you wanting her to be with you. She said she wanted to be with you straight away.
You really asked her what her opinion of it all was?
Of course I did. Even if I hate you, it has nothing to do with her. We have to let Rebecca do what she wants to do.
Yeah, that's right. And she said that she wants to be with me? I told you that she'd rather be with her mom than her dad.
What can I say?
It must feel terrible to have lived with her for 13 years and then watch her choose me over you. Don't tell me she hates you. Look who's the failure of a parent now.
A failure? You're the one person in this whole world that I don't want to hear that from. Anyway, Rebecca will go to your place soon. Look after her.
Well, you're so easygoing about this. That's a bit off, don't you think? If you give her up that easy, surely that's a sign that you don't love her enough.
What good would it do if I was grumpy about it? Besides, I don't think it's a bad idea for her to spend a little bit of time living with you. The last time you met her, she was 3 years old.
I bet she's all beautiful like me now.
Her mother may be a right piece of work, but she's sure beautiful.
Thank God she doesn't look like you. Shouldn't you thank me for that?
I think you'll be surprised when you see her. She's fully grown up now.
Rebecca and I are off shopping now. A girl's shopping day is always great fun. And she definitely can't do that with you, can she?
Look after her from today. Will you eat together?
Yeah, we'll have dinner together tonight. I'm planning on taking her out for something really yummy. Can you guess what it is? You'll never get it. We're going out to a 5-star rated Italian restaurant downtown.
Wow. You have money for a nice restaurant? I thought you only have a part-time job.
I've got some savings. I can make it work. I want to treat Rebecca to the good life for a little bit. Not like the way you treat her.
So you plan to butter her up? You don't have the money to be doing that kind of thing. You'll only regret it if you go broke trying to impress her.
I'm fine. I'm only taking her out for a meal. The first impression is always the most important when you're trying to get close to someone. It's the same with Rebecca. Also, I have to show her that I'm at a different level to you.
You're trying to show her you're better than me by buying her stuff? Didn't anyone ever tell you that money doesn't buy happiness? It doesn't buy love either.
Yeah. That's exactly what a dad who was abandoned by his wife and daughter would say.
That's a bit of a low blow.
You can barely call yourself a father if she chose me. Is there any point of fathers existing anyway? Rebecca will forget about you so fast. We're going to live just the two of us from now on.
I guess. You're going to really look after her, aren't you? You aren't just going to throw her out if something comes up. Lucy, did you try to call me? I've got about 10 messages on my voicemail. What happened?
I couldn't get through to you, so I thought I'd have to go to your house. What are you doing?
I'm at work, as always.
Please take Rebecca back. You can have her.
Why? What happened?
You were right all along. I can't raise her.
Wait a second. Am I mistaken? It's only been 5 days since you took her in.
I'll be broke in no time if she stays with me. How much do you think I've spent in the last 5 days? Go on. Guess.
I don't know. How much? Why? Did you go out and buy a brand handbag or something?
No, I didn't buy anything fun. It all went to food. Where did she get that appetite from? She can eat like a horse.
Oh, didn't I say? Rebecca has an absolutely enormous appetite.
But she's so slim. Where does it all go? Isn't it strange?
I guess she can just stretch out her stomach. She always has seconds and thirds. The amount she eats has increased year on year, but it's ridiculous at the moment with all the sport she does.
Today I was off, so I took her to an Italian place.
And? Are you going to tell me that she ate all of your pasta or something?
Well, it was a super expensive restaurant, and she kept ordering all of the expensive dishes. She went straight for the truffles and lobster. It was crazy. The price came close to $200 for the both of us. I couldn't believe it.
Wow, she really outdid herself this time. That is a lot. I'm so jealous. I want to eat that kind of food. Take me too next time, won't you?
Don't joke around. I've probably spent upwards of $500 in these 5 days alone. I've used up all my savings, and I can't afford to max out my credit cards paying for all this. I can't raise a kid who costs that much.
So you're just going to give up? What about being a parent to her? Will you just give up on that again?
It's not my fault. I can't afford to pay for her. I didn't think she'd cost this much money. I wouldn't have taken her in if I'd known.
So even though you knew that you couldn't afford to pay for her, you took her in. This is the same as when you abandoned her 13 years ago. You can't just keep doing things with the best intentions in mind and expecting them to work out for you.
You know, she's a spitting image of you now. She's always looking down on me, telling me I'm nothing compared to you. She always says that you do things differently, and she never stops comparing us.
It really sounds like you're heartbroken. A fall from grace, maybe? You seem to have gotten down from that high horse of yours.
Of course my heart is broken. She shows me how much she despises me every day with the way she speaks to me. No matter what I say back to her, she just breaks me down with some logical argument.
You've been trampled on by your own daughter.
She's horrible. She asked me if I was born human scum or if it was something I just learned 13 years ago. And she didn't even say thank you for paying for her Italian feast. No gratitude whatsoever.
I mean, she was just telling you the truth. Isn't it just common sense that it costs money to raise a child? Rebecca's also a scholarship student, so you don't even have to spend money on her schooling.
No! She told me that her scholarship got cut.
What do you mean, got cut?
She was missing classes and her grades dropped, so her scholarship got cut. That's what she told me. Don't you know about it?
Well, now you mention it. She told me a little bit about that before she went to live with you. She told me that if she went to live with you, then she might give up on studying.
Why?
She said that she doesn't want to be a burden to me and make me pay money for her, so she'd try hard. But if she was living with you, she didn't care. She said that she didn't mind making things a bit tough for you.
That's so mean. Why? Why would she say something like that? And how about when she ordered all the expensive items at the restaurant? Was that just to make me shell out?
I think it probably was, yeah. She's very reserved when she goes out for dinner with me. She never orders anything expensive. She's very humble.
So why is her attitude different only with me then? She came to live with me because she likes me, right?
Isn't it obvious that she doesn't like you? I've thought she's hated you for as long as I can remember. She did tell me that if she ever got the chance to see you, she'd take revenge on you in my place.
She thinks I abandoned you two? That's not what happened. I left her with you because the man I was with hated children. I didn't want to leave her.
It doesn't really matter what you felt. Leaving her behind is the same as abandoning her.
That's what she said too. She wouldn't listen to anything I had to say.
She doesn't like you because you made things so tough for me. She's a daddy's girl for sure. She always thinks about me and does housework to help me out. She's so kind.
Kind? How is she kind? She doesn't help around the house at all, and she's always feisty with me.
So she was being feisty, but you still took her out for an expensive dinner?
She seemed normal at the start of the day, but her mood got way worse as the day went on.
She's a strong character, isn't she? She knows what she likes and what she doesn't. She doesn't have any sympathy for the people she doesn't like.
I just can't believe she wanted to come to live with me just to make my life difficult. That's just plain evil.
Her losing her scholarship is also terrible for her, though. Her tuition is really expensive.
Really? I thought that she'd help me out with money when she got a job after graduating. I was thinking that I'd take her out of high school straight away when she lost the scholarship. I don't want her going to high school if I've got to pay everything for it.
You can't make her drop out. Rebecca is a strong girl. She's only going to try and cause you more stress in whatever way she can. She's going to use all of her energy to make sure your life is unpleasant.
Evil! She's evil! I can't do this. Take this evil kid away from me.
Don't say that. I chatted with her on the phone last night, but she said that she'd be happy if she could stay with you from now on.
What? What is she thinking? She wants to live with someone she hates just to get revenge?
I'm not sure, but I do know that I should respect her opinion. So, I'll be leaving her to you.
Come on, please. Please say you'll take her back. I can't handle her.
But she'd be happier with her mother. You said that yourself. You said that fathers have no reason to exist.
I know I said that. I was wrong, and I'm admitting it. Is that not enough? I'm sorry.
Okay. I can come and get her, but I'm busy at the moment. I'll come pick her up in a couple of days.
Don't be so nonchalant about this. As it is, she's already eaten my savings. I've got nothing left.
You don't need to buy her food. If you buy her exactly what she says, then it'll get pricey.
She threatened to report me to social services if I didn't buy her what she wants. She'll tell them that I don't feed her enough.
Scary stuff.
Rebecca is evil, I'm telling you. How did you raise her to be like this?
I don't know what to tell you. She's an angel with me. Rebecca, if you kick her out of your house or pull any moves like that, she'll report you to the police.
She's capable of anything. That witch. All this talk of police. I'm genuinely sorry.
Anyway, have fun looking after her. It's your punishment for trying to have a bit of fun by taking her away from me. You said that you missed Rebecca, but you really just wanted her to work and give you money, didn't you?
If I admit to it, will you take her off my hands? I promise I'll never go near you two ever again. So please come and get her.
Why do you think this has happened? I can't believe it's not even been a week and you can't handle it.
I was selfish, okay? I was stupid. I was wrong. What else do you want from me? Won't you forgive me?
You're exactly as useless as I thought you'd be. And Rebecca is stronger than I ever thought she could be. If you've learned anything from this, you won't come near us again. Because for Rebecca and me, there's no point in mothers existing. When I collected Rebecca, I was met with a nonchalant daughter and a thoroughly disheartened and defeated ex-wife. Lucy's purse and mind were completely drained by Rebecca. When we got home, Rebecca thanked me for the chance to teach her mom a lesson. But I was the one that wanted to thank her. I knew that sending a ravenous Rebecca to live with Lucy would cause her financial problems. I thought she'd give up immediately and send Rebecca back to me. But I didn't expect Rebecca to lay into her so much. It really does seem like Rebecca only wanted to live with her mother to get revenge for how she made me feel all those years ago. Lucy ran out of her savings and she's now completely broke. When she was living with Lucy, Rebecca heard her call a friend and asked to borrow money. But the person on the other end shouted at her. Apparently, she never paid that person back the last time they lent her money. It seems like any friends that would have lent her money before have cut all ties. That's just her reward for trying to have her cake and eat it. From now on, Rebecca and I will carry on living and do our best to forget about Lucy completely. I just want us to have a fun life, just the two of us, and I look forward to the bright future that lies ahead.
Hey, sorry to contact you out of the blue. I want to discuss something very important with you. Oh no, that sounds serious. Did you have a fight with my brother or something? No, we have a wedding coming up. Why would we be fighting? I suppose that's true. That's what I want to talk about, actually. Nick and I are having the wedding next month. I'm sure you know this already. Yeah, he told me about that. So, what I wanted to discuss with you is pretty simple. After we get officially married, can you cut off all ties with Nick? What? Wait, you want me to... What? Sorry, where's this even coming from? He told me all about you. I know about how your parents died in an accident and you've basically raised him for the past 20 years. I do appreciate the fact that you looked after your brother for so long. He told me that you had to work in the nightlife to make ends meet. It's a very commendable thing. You tried your best to provide for your little brother. That's right. However, I just can't stand the idea of being related to someone who works in such a dirty profession. I'm sorry, I really can't. I get it. Working in nightclubs and the like, you were there to serve dirty old men, right? I really don't like the idea of people like that. I do understand how you feel, I really do. There have been many times when people have looked down on me because of the nature of it all, but at the time, it was the only thing I could do to survive. What? What are you talking about? There are more ways to work, aren't there? You could have worked in a regular company, couldn't you? There's no reason why you need to work in nightlife. That may be true, but to raise my younger brother, working at a nightclub was the best thing for me. It was the best way to make money, and I could spend more time taking care of my brother during the day. Seriously, Are you trying to pin the blame on Nick for having to work in a dirty nightclub? Because that's what it sounds like to me. I didn't mean it like that. Since we only had each other after the accident, I just wanted to be with him as much as possible. I had to quit high school to work, you know? Without an education, working at a strip club was the best choice for me to earn a lot of money while having a flexible schedule. You've been talking a lot about helping your brother. But the reality is that it was just a quick and dirty way to earn easy money, right? Because even a stupid high school dropout can easily earn a lot of money that way, right? Like I said, I can't stand people who think that way. Julia, please. Nick told me about it like it was some kind of touching story, but that's only because he owes you for raising him. In reality, you raised him with dirty money you got from perverts, right? I don't think that's a touching story at all. In fact, I kind of feel sorry for him. You feel sorry for him? Yeah, I do. That's why I'm asking you very nicely, for Nick's sake too, you need to cut yourself out of our lives after the wedding. And don't ever contact us again. I think it's better for him to get rid of such an unclean person from his life. Wait, Julia, I understand why you might dislike the kind of work I did, I really do. But I've already long since left that life. I'm working a normal day job now. I've been living a regular life that shouldn't reflect badly on my brother. Wow. Do you think you're a respectable person just because you have a normal job now? What? Even if you have a day job, you're still just a high school dropout at a dead-end office job, aren't you? Don't act so poor just because you work a normal job now, since the only work you can get is low income anyways. How can you say that? Seriously? Even if you think you're living a normal life, that doesn't change the fact you never even finished high school. Your existence is a blemish on Nick's life. That's why I'm asking you, telling you again. I'm allowing you to come to the wedding since you're his only family. But after that's all done, please just stay away from us. Hello, it's been a while. Do you remember me? I'm Julia's mother. Oh, of course. How have you been, Margaret? I'm good, thank you. Sorry to contact you out of the blue like this. But I actually heard something from my daughter that's been bothering me. I heard that you used to do night work. Oh, you mean... So, is what my daughter told me correct? Yes, that's right. I don't know exactly what Julia told you, but it's true that I used to work at nightclubs. I worked in the industry for over 10 years, actually. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, I guess you must be disappointed to have someone like me as an in-law. What? I'm sorry I didn't tell you about it before. I didn't mean to hide it, but I didn't think it was worth mentioning. But I'm not ashamed of my past either. I worked very hard to raise my brother. No, dear. I'm not disappointed with you at all. I'm a little surprised that's true, but I would never shame you for your choice. Really? You don't mind? See, I can't just swallow hearsay about someone without confirming it myself. Even if it's something my daughter told me, I always need to find out if it's really true. Sorry, I must seem like a kind of bothersome and nosy old lady. No, not at all. Frankly, it's easier for me when people ask me about it up front. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll answer anything I can. Thank you so much. In that case, I'd like to ask you one more question. Yes, please, go ahead. Has my daughter ever said anything strange to you? Could you define strange for me? Oh, I mean, did she ask you for something? Anything like that? First, can I ask why you're asking this? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Sorry, maybe I worded it wrong. No, it's fine. I'm so sorry, I'm just not very good at texting. It probably came across wrong. Oh, I know. Could we meet in person sometime? I much prefer talking in person over text. I suppose that's fine?
Please, you don't have to be so weary. I just want to check something. Or maybe more so, I have something I'd like to discuss. It would be nice if I could get your input on it. Anyways, I won't take up too much of your time.
Okay, sure.
So... This is my first time attending a wedding as a mother, and I'm actually quite nervous. You're like Nick's mother in a way, aren't you? So, I was wondering if we could discuss it parent to parent.
I see, that's what you meant. In that case, would this weekend work for you? Any time in the afternoon will be fine for me.
Yes, that sounds great. I'll contact you later for a more detailed schedule. Thank you for your time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hello, it's been a little while. I need to talk to you about something important again. Is this a good time? I'm good right now, but what do you have in mind after last time's request? I've given it a lot of thought, and I really don't want you to come to the wedding.
What?
That's what I'm contacting you today for. Of course you'll listen to me, right?
Wait, why are you backpedaling all of a sudden? You said before that you didn't mind me attending the wedding since I'm his only family.
Like I said, I've given it a lot of thought. I was thinking, since you're working a normal day job now, it would be fine to allow you to come to the wedding. But then I kept thinking it would still be embarrassing to have a sister-in-law who's a high school dropout.
That's ridiculous. Are you serious?
So please, don't come to the wedding. You understand, right? A dropout with a dirty past like you doesn't have any right to refuse.
Your attitude is ridiculous. I'm the groom's sister. I'm his family. It was already ridiculous of you to ask me to cut off my brother, and now you're telling me I can't even go to his wedding?
What? Are you serious? It's your attitude that's the problem here. I'm gonna be married to your brother.
Why does that matter here?
Why? Because I'm telling you, as his fiancé, not to come. As a sister-in-law, you should be obeying me. Your education and work experience are way below mine. So you're in no position to be questioning my decisions. What gives you the right to... Since you're a low-income dropout, I bet you're not even going to bring proper wedding gifts. So there's really no point in you coming anyways. You'd just be a waste of space.
What's wrong with you?
Tell me then, how much were you planning to put into the wedding gift? As his only family, you should be spending at least $10,000, and that's only the minimum. $10,000. Yeah, I bet with your low education and low income, you can't afford to pay that much, can you? Then you'll only embarrass yourself if you come. Don't come to the wedding if you're too poor to afford a proper gift. We don't need trashy dropouts at our wedding.
Cool, I wasn't going to the wedding in the first place.
What? But why?
There's a lot of things I'd like to say to you, but I don't think it really matters. I wasn't even planning on attending. So, you should be happy. This is exactly what you wanted, right?
Huh?
Have a nice wedding with Nick. Well, I guess we're done here.
Wait a minute. You can't just say that. Why weren't you planning on coming to our wedding from the beginning? It's your little brother's wedding. You're his only family.
Sorry, that's just what your mother and I decided. We both agreed that the parents from both sides of the family shouldn't go to the wedding.
What are you saying? My mother, why?
Yes, we had a discussion recently.
Huh? Why? Why would you be discussing anything with my mother? I mean, when was this even decided? I didn't hear anything about my mother not coming to the wedding.
We made the decision the other weekend, actually. Your mother invited me to chat for a little bit. And she suggested, if it was okay with me, that both sides of the family should forego attending the wedding.
What? What the heck? I don't get it. Why would that even happen?
Julia, I heard that you were talking smack about me at your parents' house.
All about how you couldn't believe someone like me was going to be your sister-in-law. About how I was a high school dropout, a disgusting woman who sold her body. Saying all sorts of nasty things about me right in front of your parents. Yeah, does that even matter? What I say at home is my business, freedom of speech and all that. Yeah, you're free to say whatever you want. But your mother is also free to think what she wants when she hears it. That's not what I meant by... She said she was heartbroken the whole time she was listening to you. She couldn't believe the kind of thing is coming out of her own daughter's mouth. She was put off by the idea of going to your wedding entirely. What? Did you think your mother would be on your side? That she would think the same way about me? That she would agree with the things you were spouting? But guess what? Your mother took the time to apologize to me. Why? There's no reason for her to do that. She said she overheard you talking on the phone with a friend. You were laughing about cutting off that old hag-in-law and how next time you'll be telling her she can't come to the wedding. Is that right? What? Your mother was really devastated to hear what you said to me. She apologized to me because she understands how difficult it was for me to raise my little brother on my own. Unlike you, she supported me in my past decisions. It's kind of hard to believe you two are related given how wonderful of a person your mother is. Wait. You're kidding me. Why were you meeting with my mom? I never heard anything about that either. And I can't believe she was listening to my calls like that. Let me just repeat it again so you understand. Your parents and I will not be attending the wedding. That's all. No, why? I don't get it. She knew that you were going to keep me from attending in some manner, so if it meant that I wouldn't be there, she decided she wouldn't go either. It would be strange to have only the groom's family missing while the bride's family shows up after all. So we talked it over and decided not to attend the wedding, period. No matter what you end up saying. No, wait. So don't worry about it. We weren't going to attend the wedding regardless. Hey, wait, please. A wedding without my parents. That's too sad. I'm not going to have a wedding without my parents. Even if you don't like it, your mother already made the decision. Well then, have a fun wedding without us.
That girl. She really asked you not to come, didn't she? I'm really sorry about my daughter's behavior.
No, it's all right. It's nothing for you to apologize for.
She was really upset over the fact that I decided not to go. But she really doesn't seem to understand the situation. I won't ever change my mind as long as she's being stupid like this. You're a lot more stubborn than I would have guessed, Margaret. I always thought you were more of a cheery and relaxed sort of person. Oh yes, I'm definitely stubborn, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get what I want. You know, there was a time in my life where I was seriously considering doing the same kind of work as you did. Really? I couldn't have guessed. My husband's company was on the verge of bankruptcy at the time, you see. Both the company and the family were in such a tight spot financially that I was prepared to take on that kind of work to keep everything afloat. Oh, wow. But the company managed to recover just before that point, so it was more of a near miss into that life. Hearing about your experience, though, it made me remember those tough times and how seriously I was preparing myself for it. So I really admire your determination to go into that life for the sake of your brother. Those 20 long years you committed to raising your brother, I only have the utmost respect for you. Oh, thank you. You're really full of surprises, Margaret. I wouldn't have thought you had such a past. Yes, and that's why you should be proud of yourself. Don't worry about what my daughter said. You're a really strong and amazing person as a sister and a parental figure. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate that thought.
Please forgive me. You can come to the wedding and you don't have to cut off Nick. So please just forgive me.
What's this all about?
Please, you have to help me. Nick found out about what's been going on.
Oh my.
He told me he can't get married anymore and that he wants to break up with me. I didn't think this would happen.
No, any sane person would have seen this coming miles away. You tried to cut him off from his only family and had the audacity to prevent his sister from even attending the wedding. Of course he's going to be pissed.
No, I mean, he's angry about that too, but he's more angry about something else.
What? What is that something?
Well, I mean, he found out I worked at a strip club back in college. He's so angry about that.
What? You're telling me you used to work at a strip club?
But it was only for a short period of time. Only like a month at most. It was just a really short stint. I really wanted to go abroad for my graduation trip. I was only doing it to earn money to cover the trip.
After all that shaming you threw at me, wow. I can't believe you could be such a hypocrite. How could you drag on me like that when you've been through the same thing?
Like I said, I was only there for a short period of time. I didn't think I'd ever get caught. In fact, I almost completely forgot about all that until now.
Then how did Nick find out?
Somehow, Nick had a photo of me from that time. He said he got it from an acquaintance. He was told that the girl in the photo looked just like his fiancée.
Oh, well, too bad for you.
I can't believe he found out about it like this. He's so angry, like really, really angry. He kept saying how I should be ashamed of making fun of you, and how I can't complain if he's gonna break off the engagement.
He's absolutely right, you know.
But he's being so horrible. Even though I was just doing the same kind of job you did, he said he can't accept it if it's me. He called me dirty. He said he can't marry me anymore.
Well, well, well.
Please, I'm begging you. Please convince Nick. I'm not some kind of gross person. I think he really understands at heart. He's just being emotional right now. I only worked at the strip club for a month. And I didn't get that many customers either.
You're wanting me to convince him about what exactly?
Like I said, I only worked for a short time. Please just tell him I'm not a disgusting woman. And while you're at it, please tell him not to call off the marriage.
Look, what's really disgusting is your mentality.
What?
You're on your own now. We're not going to the wedding. And if my brother calls it off, then that's it. Nothing more, nothing less, simple as that.
No, you can't just leave me like this.
Okay, bye-bye. I'll go ahead and let your mother know the wedding's been canceled. Julia and Nick immediately called off the wedding and broke up. It seems Julia was trying hard to get her parents on her side, but her parents weren't having any of it. They couldn't stand how she looked down on other people for their education and circumstances, especially when she had such hypocritical tendencies. Margaret ended up kicking her out of the house indefinitely. Apparently, she'd been leeching off her parents the whole time, even though she was a grown adult, so she's really on her own now.
Long time no see, Daniel. Have you missed me? I suppose you're still the same as usual, huh? Living with that poor beta male face of yours.
Excuse me, but who is this? Do I know you?
Oh, you don't have to play dumb. I'm sure you're just trying to be charming, but it's really not working. You're already unattractive enough, so I wouldn't do anything to make things worse if I were you. It's me, Janet, your ex-wife.
I can't believe it. Is it actually you, Janet?
I'm so glad I was finally able to contact you. I was worried that you might have changed numbers since the last time we texted each other. What's with all the disbelief? It's not like you've just seen a ghost. Come on, an ex-wife contacting an ex-husband shouldn't be that much of a big deal.
What are you talking about? You ran off with another guy just like that. You never bothered to contact me and you've ignored all of my messages. You cut ties with your friends and family. They were worried sick for you and you never bothered to tell them that you were okay. But worst of all, you abandoned your son. He was only 6 years old.
Oh, I remember. Those were the times. Yeah, I wasn't really into all that parenting stuff. I didn't like all the responsibility people were pushing onto me just because I was a mom. Don't you think I did pretty well, though? 6 years isn't half bad.
Pretty well. Janet, even before you left, you barely did anything. You were neglectful, and I always had to make sure that Jaden's needs were met. It was no different from being a single parent. I won't let you say that you've forgotten how you used to act.
Really? I don't remember, sorry. But hey, I did the most important part of the job. Giving birth is no easy feat. Don't you think I deserve a little rest?
Under normal circumstances, yes. But you rested for over 6 years, and then you vanished into thin air with your boyfriend, leaving our little boy without a mother. We were lucky that I was able to work from home. That was 100% child abuse, Janet. I hope you understand how serious this was.
Sorry, jeez. Is it so bad that I didn't want to be a parent yet? I still wanted to enjoy being just another gal in the park. No responsibilities, no parenting, just me and the world. You didn't do much to help me with that, you know. All you cared about was taking care of the kid. Why didn't you take care of me? I'm the one that married you. That's why I ran away, you know. There was another guy that was willing to treat me as his girl, unlike you.
I can see that you don't feel sorry for anything you did. What were you thinking? Leaving our house with just a couple of divorce documents on the table? Didn't you think about how that would affect us? What do you want after all these years?
Let's just say that some things changed a bit, you know? I kind of miss my little boy now. It's been a while. Hey, how's Aiden doing anyways?
Aiden. Please, you aren't talking about Jaden, are you?
Oops. What was that his name? Darn, so close. It's been such a long time, I forgot.
I can't believe it. Janet, how could you forget your own child's name?
Hey, no biggie. Like I said, it's been a long time. I've only taken care of him for 6 years. How many years do you think it's been since the last time I saw him? It's just a little mistake. It'd be a surprise if I actually remembered. You said that he was 6 when I left, right? I'm gonna guess that the amount of time I spent with him is shorter than the amount of time I spent away from him.
You're a terrible mother. It's been 8 years since you left us. Did you not keep count? Jaden is 14 now. He just started high school.
Really? Wow, we're so old now. 8 years, huh? Time really does fly, doesn't it? Hey, how does he look? Does he have a precious face like me? I was really bummed out when he was born because he looked a bit like you know, unattractive.
He is and will always be my precious child. And as far as I'm concerned, that's all that matters. One thing that's certain is that he is a very responsible child, unlike you. He's doing well in all of his classes, and he just tried out for the school soccer team. He told me that the coach likes him and that he's going to try his best to become the team captain.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, why don't you send me a picture or two? You probably have some, don't you?
I don't think so. I can't just give out pictures of him to people without asking for his approval first.
Why are you acting so stubborn? I'm his mom. I gave birth to him. I don't need anyone's approval just to see a picture of him.
You may be the person that gave birth to Jaden, but I don't think you qualify as a parent. I'm not even sure that he would like to see you anymore.
Oh, please, we don't know that yet. Besides, children don't get to talk back to their parents. If I say that I want to meet him, he'll meet me.
I don't know what I ever saw in you. You're the same as always, irresponsible and selfish.
Oh, I miss you too, Danny. I bet you're relieved to have finally received a message from me.
Of course not. We are perfectly fine without you. What do you want, Janet? What do you really want?
I just thought it's time I saw my family again. Hey, why don't we go eat dinner together, like a family? I'm sure Jaden will be happy to see me.
I don't think so. Jaden will not be seeing you.
Who let you decide? Come on, contact him. You said that he was in high school, right? We should let him decide for himself. Tell him that I'm always willing to spend some time with my sweet pumpkin.
No. He won't want to see you, and I'm not going to let you ruin his day.
Oh, you're so stubborn. Fine, just give me his number. I'll ask him myself.
No, that's not going to happen. Cut it out already. I've had enough with you.
I don't care what you think. I just need to see the kid. Why don't you be a nice daddy and stop keeping him away from his mother?
As a nice daddy, it's my responsibility to protect Jaden at all costs. And letting him see you is a bad call. I can feel it in my bones.
Hey, I just really want to see him. Please? You don't want me to bust into your house, do you? Or maybe I could catch him on his way to school.
Fine. Have it your way. I'll tell Jaden about our talk. Are you happy?
Very. I hope you bring back good news.
Hello, Emily. This is Daniel. I'm sorry to bother you, but do you have some time right now?
Oh, Danny, it's been a while. What's the matter? I'm on the subway right now, so I can't call you, but I can certainly read your messages.
I don't want to frighten you, but we have a little situation, and I don't know what to do. I needed someone to help me sort this out, and the only person I could think of was you. Is that okay?
Oh, dear. I hope it's nothing too serious. Anything for you, dear. How can I help?
Thank you. It's about your daughter. I got a message from her.
Janet? She's still alive? Oh no, what trouble is she cooking up now?
She said that she wanted to see Jaden.
Oh really? She wants to see him when she won't even bother to contact her own parents?
I know, it's strange. To be honest, I'm worried that she's planning to do something again.
I'm afraid I have to agree with you, especially considering what she did 8 years ago. She just abandoned poor Jaden. It horrifies me to think about what would have happened if you weren't there for him. What would she want with him after all these years?
I don't know. She claimed that she misses her son and that she just wants to see him, but I don't think I can trust her, and I'm not sure that Jaden would want to see her either. Still, I think Jaden deserves to know what happened. He is 14 now. What do you think?
I think you're right. That's the right thing to do. Why don't you have a talk to him tonight?
All right.
Besides, this might be a chance for us. If we want Janet to make up for what she did, now's the time.
Do you have some kind of plan?
You'll see. So, how did it go? Jaden said that he wanted to see me, didn't he? When do we get to see each other?
I'm surprised to say this, but you were right. He wants to see you. Tomorrow would be fine. What do you say? Lunch tomorrow, 1 o'clock at the diner that we used to go to?
That would be great. Oh, I finally get to see him. I'm so happy.
Well, see you there then.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I don't want you to be there. I just want to spend a nice time with me and my little boy.
What? Forget it, whatever you say.
Daniel, the kid hasn't arrived yet. He's late. I thought you said that he was responsible. You really need to teach him about punctuality.
Hey, Janet, what's the real reason you want to see him today? You were gone for 8 whole years, and you never bothered to contact us. Why now?
You'll find out soon enough. Be patient.
It's strange. You were hiding from us, and then suddenly out of the blue, you want to see your son again? We both know it's out of character. Why don't you just spit it out?
Oh, are you curious? Fine, I guess I still have time before he gets here. The thing is, I've decided to take custody. I'm going to take care of him now, so you don't have to worry about him anymore. Lucky you. I've abandoned him before, but I'll make sure to take real good care of him from now on. I'm such a nice mom.
Oh, is that right? You just suddenly decided you want to be a mother? Give me a break, you're not fooling anybody. You made it very clear before you had no interest in being a mother. Just tell me the real reason.
Jeez, you're so serious all the time. It's no fun. If I'm going to take care of Jaden, then I need money for that, right? It'll be your job to help me with that. How about $10,000 a month for child support? That should be about enough, right? You don't have to do all the tedious parenting stuff anymore, so you're welcome.
Janet, I don't know what to say to you.
Hey, you sounded like you were having a hard time bringing him up. It'll be a good deal for the both of us.
Jaden is dead, Janet.
Huh?
It was a car crash. He got into an accident on his way home from school yesterday. I didn't find out about it until after our conversation, but he's gone. By the time I made it to the hospital, he'd already passed away. Whatever you were planning, it's no use. Just give up.
What? No, hold on. That's not true, is it? Then why am I at this diner? Who am I waiting for?
You're waiting for your parents.
What? No, I don't want to see them. Oh no, I can't leave anymore. They're already here. Why are you doing this?
I think your parents will give you the rest of the details. I hope you enjoy your family reunion.
I can't believe you. My parents wouldn't let me go.
Big surprise. Did they tell you everything you needed to hear?
That thing about the money I took? Yeah, I heard. They would never stop bugging me about it, but what can I do? I don't have any cash on me, too bad.
Then you can work for it. After you stole all the money we were saving up 8 years ago, we had a very hard time making ends meet. If your parents hadn't helped us out, God knows what would have happened to us.
It's not my fault that running away from home costs so much money.
But it is your fault. You took money that didn't belong to you.
But you did the same too. We're not that different. Who would have thought that my parents would help you?
They felt obligated to help because their daughter basically stole the food out of their grandson's mouth. Don't pretend that it's the same thing because it's not. Not only did you leave Jaden and I to live on our own, you stole all the money that I saved up for him. That included funds for his college.
Fine, that was wrong of me. But that still doesn't warrant what you did to me yesterday. How could you just set me up with my parents like that?
Your mother insisted upon it. She said that this was the chance to make you pay up for what you did.
That old witch.
You know, I think I'm finally glad that you came back. Now you can pay her back all the money you've taken from us.
And don't even get me started on how you lied to me. Jaden isn't dead, is he? You might have fooled me once, but I won't fall for it again. Tell me the truth. He's alive, isn't he? What kind of messed up jerk are you to make out something like that? I was actually a little shocked.
Well, I guess you found out. Your parents were never good liars. Sometimes I think they're too well-natured for their own good.
What was the point of lying? It doesn't amount to anything.
It was what Jaden wanted. He thought that was the best way to have you forget he ever existed, so I respected his decision. He made up the story too, in case you were wondering.
What? I don't understand. Why would he go through all that trouble?
He's already perfectly content living with his stepmother. He doesn't consider you as his mom, and he definitely doesn't want to do anything with a woman like you who tried to take him away from his family just so you could get some cash out of me.
How ungrateful can he be? I'm the one that gave birth to him. Where's my gratification?
You don't deserve any gratification. After all, you've done nothing for him. You should learn a thing or two from his stepmother. She and Jaden get along very well, even without being related.
And that? You never told me you were married.
There was no need. But yes, I married someone 2 years after you left. She's a beautiful, kind, and loving person. The three of us live together so happily. The days I've spent with you are like a distant dream.
It doesn't matter. I'm taking Jaden with me and I'm getting child support.
You're still going on about that? You don't have custody, Janet. You can't take Jaden from us. Besides, you have a job to do. You need to repay your parents for all the money you've stolen. You can't expect to take care of a child if you can't even earn your own living.
I don't need to earn a living. That's what the child support is for, and you're going to pay me.
No, child support is for the child, Janet, and I'm not paying for your living expenses. I suppose you're desperate because your boyfriend dumped you. Perhaps you ran out of money and it decided it was time that you were the one that got abandoned. Either way, we've moved on. We don't want you to cause us any more trouble.
But what am I supposed to do now? You're right that he dumped me after the money ran out. I need to eat Daniel. I can't live on my own. And it's not like I have any means of earning money either.
Find a job, Janet. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's a lot better than stealing from your child's future. Earn your own living and return the money you've taken. You know that you're actually the one who should be paying child support, right? But perhaps that's too much to ask from you.
That's way too much. I can't work. I don't want to work. Do something. You used to be my husband. You made all those vows when we got married.
And then we got divorced. If you need someone to help you, I suggest you go back to your boyfriend's place. Maybe your parents are willing to give you a chance too, if you're willing to change.
I can't go back to my boyfriend's place. He asked me for more money again. Please, I don't have anywhere to go. You don't have anywhere to go because you always run away when things get inconvenient for you. Don't you think it's time you learned your lesson? Fine, I'll do better. Just please help me out. Take me in, give me a place to stay. You're the only person I can ask for help. No can do. I have a wife and I don't think she'd be happy with having my ex stay under the same roof as her. Jaden wouldn't like it either. Maybe if you did better as a parent 8 years ago, things would have been slightly more in your favor, but it's too late to change things now. I know, I'm sorry about that. You should be. You didn't want to be a parent and you didn't want to be a responsible adult either. You ran off with your boyfriend, stealing money in the process, and you spent years doing God knows what. I think it's time you grew up. You still have years ahead of you to make things right. We were able to manage without you, so you should be able to manage without us. Having no other choice, Janet started living with her parents again. However, they didn't go easy on her. They made sure that Janet worked an 8-hour shift 5 days a week, and they made it clear that Janet had to pay for most of her living expenses on her own. They also charged her a monthly fee to pay back for the money she'd stolen and accepted as rent fee. Jaden and I returned to our usual lives after the incident. Jaden's relationship with me and his stepmother is as strong as ever. We spend a lot of time together on the weekend, and sometimes we even spend some time with Emily's parents, without her, of course. Janet is having a hard time paying back all the money she took with her minimum wage job. All of the fees she has to pay every month leaves her with little money to spend on anything else, especially because she also has to save for an apartment because her parents are planning on eventually kicking her out. She's slowly understanding how hard it is to save up money and has begun to understand the worth of things. Hopefully, sometime in the future, she'll become a slightly better person. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave any thoughts in the comments section, and I hope we get to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching!